Now, I've seen some dumb shit in my time. I've reviewed games that felt like a digital lobotomy. I've watched trends that made me question the collective sanity of the species, but this takes the goddamn cake, eats it, shits it out, and then charges you premium for the fertilizer. That's right, old man blabbering about AI videos again, but this time I'm not yapping about how common they are. I'm talking about how popular they are. They're starting to eclipse normal human-made videos. According to this Twitter post and according to the stats that they pulled up, the third most popular video on the entire platform for the month is called "Lovely Baby Met a Plane Crash, Poor Pug." That sentence just reads like a prophecy from a crackhead on a crystal ball trying to scam you out of a few doubloons on the sidewalk. That is bitch lasagna level mumbo jumbo for that video title. It's of course an AI
Connect. You just gotta connect. You know what this is? This is the secret to your success. It's the entrepreneurial dream here.
Yeah.
This is this enlargement spray that I got from Temu pre-COVID, and this works.
Show us. Just show us. Stop playing around.
And if you look at the trajectory of my career since, let's just say pre-COVID, right around there, you'll see that things have gotten increasingly better for me by the day. And also because I've been following the teachings of one young man known as Luke Belmar.
That night, sipping the Johnny Walker in the war room by myself.
Sipping the Johnny Walker
My
in the war
favorite alpha male entrepreneur, genius, study bro. Oh!
How would you go about making $1 million if you went broke next week?
I mean,
Fucking
I have a
dick behind
200,000
the-
person
behind the
wait list
scenes.
to join Capital Club. I have about a 20% conversion rate, so I have 20,000 people already there. All I would have to do is send a message and be like, I'm doing an event in Miami, yacht day, 50%
Sell
margin,
your soul.
sell 50 tickets at $1,000. I already have 25 grand in the bank account. 25
Yeah,
grand
you
runs
just
me
ripped
3 months.
100
I can
people
have
off.
enough cash flow to be able to set up a business
In
plan.
the digital age, self-proclaimed guru, these people often captivate audiences with promises of wealth and wisdom, and sometimes autists interview them. Yo, what up? Shout out me. Shout out me. My girlfriend, that was the first video she ever saw of me, was me talking to Andrew Taterham.
Tater.
Luke Belmar, self-proclaimed millionaire. Actually, that's his title. Self-proclaimed millionaire, a figure who has risen to prominence in recent years, who claims to be worth $42 million before the age of 30 through e-commerce, scamming, and cryptocurrency, scamming. I don't know. I just like to call people scammers, it seems like.
So we started drop shipping probably about 6 to 7 months after I got exposed to the markets. We did extremely well 2019, 2020, made a couple $1 million, and then rolled over my entire net worth, every single penny of my net worth into crypto in 2020.
Let's just say there are definitely some red flags, though, and some lies that exist beneath the polished exterior of the youth haircut reveal that this internet entrepreneur is, in fact, a scammer nepo baby who takes advantage of the soft, smooth minds of young men like myself.
Until you know why you're going to use something, don't use it.
Understood.
2, why are you getting tired? Have you identified why you get tired?
Because you live in a
No,
normal
you need to be able to
life.
identify the problem as to why you get tired.
You
By
work
the way,
like a normal
I ain't
person.
soft. I ain't a boy, okay? I don't just like red pill guys because they're red pilling me and I'm part of the Matrix. I've read the Bible, all right? I love Jesus. And I love my family and I love guns and growing things in the dirt and killing things and eating them. Looking into all of that is 500,000 billion million times more valuable than listening to anything that any of these people here say. Literally,
Yep.
you will learn absolutely nothing that you can't find elsewhere, and what you find elsewhere will be surrounded by other reasons to live and enjoy life as a human being, because life sucks, brother. I'm wearing a
Yep.
f***ing robe. So anyways, I believe C.S. Lewis said that. Welcome to the Luke Belmar video. Luke Belmar is one of my favorite guys ever that I've seen on the internet. I've been showing everybody Luke Belmar clips. My fiance, my mom, my grandmother, my grandfather, my father, everybody loves Luke Belmar in this household, all right?
Do you have a secret pasta? A secret pasta that you can make me.
Yeah.
Everybody
His noodle,
learns to
a
invest in
popcorn
Bitcoin
box.
from the Bible, like Luke Belmar in this household.
This is the verse in the Bible that convinced me to buy Bitcoin. Proverbs 23:20 that says,
Using the Bible. Ah!
Did he just say that for real?
Yes, he did.
He just said that for real, guys.
Yes, he did.
That's not a joke.
No,
That's
it isn't.
real. He's non-ironically saying that shit. It gets so much worse, too. He is so funny.
We haven't met. Nice to meet you. What do you guys do?
Full-time trading.
Full-time trading?
Yeah.
What markets?
Forex and commodities.
Lovely. Where's my commod? All right, there you go. Connect.
I'm changing my
Doesn't matter.
fucking
Connect.
name.
Connect. Doesn't matter. Connect. Connect. Interact with each other, boys. Come on.
In the realm of internet entrepreneurship, the rags to riches narrative is a ubiquitous trope. Every single person who is successful in any way had to start off with nothing, or their success is totally meaningless. So a lot of people just lie, all right? They lie. They're like, well, I started off with nothing, and that's how I got it. Everybody gets some kind of luck thrown their way, some form or another. It's not magic. Anyways, the rags to riches trope is used to captivate audiences and establish credibility, because for some reason, when you're given money versus when you don't have any money, you're more virtuous when you don't have any money. I get that. I totally understand it. I lean towards that. I think having money makes people rot, and it gives them big this is spray. Big spray. It works. It works good, doesn't it?
I'd say.
Luke Belmar portrays himself as a determined individual who has overcome significant adversity, leading him into the war room with Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate. Sipping Johnny Walker, studying, bro.
By myself with him, chilling. Why? I studied, bro.
However, a slight close examination of Belmar's claims reveals a tapestry of inconsistencies, to say the least. Inconsistency, it's lies, embellishments, and all of this calls in.
Yeah, you know what you studied? You know what you studied? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
To question the authenticity of a story, which if anyone's making money off their story and them trying to sell some kind of answer to a question that will allow you to be like them, they're lying. Always. They're always lying. Literally always, dude. Luke Belmar claims he moved to the United States from Argentina at age 16 with $200 and portrays himself as a struggling young immigrant.
I sat where the flight attendants sit, and I was like, at the age of 16 with $200 in a suitcase that my parents gave me, I went to America and started working, pressure washing basketball courts, got gigs cleaning toilets, worked at a Buffalo Wild Wings, flipping the wings in the back.
David Dobrik almost, but with shadier grandparents, you know, because he's like a white dude in Argentina or whatever. The joke is, I don't know, Colonia, what is it called? Dinidad? Colonia, there's a camp in Argentina with a bunch of Germans that live there. Colonia Dignidad? I think that's it. I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up. On podcasts and other social media clips, mostly shorts, he tells stories of homelessness and financial hardship, including sleeping in his car, the classic other trope.
I went from, working, cleaning toilets, power washing streets, to knocking doors, sleeping in my car, homeless, working at restaurants, washing dishes.
What was your first job in the U.S.?
My first job in the U.S. was pressure washing basketball courts.
However, evidence suggests he has had substantial support from his family, which contradicts his narrative of being alone and impoverished and being the ultimate red pill genius or whatever the fuck. A skin-deep examination into Belmar's family background reveals I don't know, a little more than you'd think you'd like to say. His grandfather, George E. Thies, had a position as co-founder of the World of Life Institute, rather, which we don't know exactly what that means, but being the founder of a quite large religious organization with considerable influence, generally nowadays, if you have anything to do at the top end of a religious organization, probably means you're enriching yourself. Often throughout history, greed has dressed itself in the vestments of the church and venerated relics or currency. I guess you could say. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Not saying that's true about the World of Life Institute, especially now. I have no idea. But this guy's got quite a network of support. That's undoubtable. It's important to note that this doesn't mean he's set or rich as fuck, but the whole rags to riches thing is just not true. He attended 2 colleges, including the World of Life Institute, which I'm not ragging on the World of Life Institute, by the way. I'm not saying that they, that they dress in church. It's common. It's common. I'm just going to say it's common. It's a little bit common, but...
My first 2 years were funded by scholarships and jobs. I used student loans for the rest. I eventually left due to high cost and did some online classes while working full-time before dropping out. As we've already discussed, he went to 2 colleges. There's no denying that he dropped out, but he went to 2.
These things are especially contradictory to the story that Luke Belmar is trying to sell. That's the point, right?
Do you think university is a scam?
Absolutely. Because it's a business. Imagine being in a scenario where I'm a business, right? And I have convinced my entire population, right, that in order to get a job, you have to go through me.
He professes a disdain for traditional education. You don't need to go to traditional education. You just need to learn how to scam. You just need to learn how to scam and get away with it. Delete your tweets after you scam, and then you'll get away with it.
You can't make $10,000 a month. No, well, you need a college degree. Oh, well, you need to do this. These are all limitations, slave belief systems that have been cast upon us on how we're supposed to operate.
So he's not really a polydactyl or whatever the he's not a cat with large hands, or what do they call him? Polydidact? Is it with someone who learns things? Autodidact? That's it. Someone who teaches themselves. Polymath. An autodidact and a polymath is what I was thinking of. So he's attended 2 colleges, which is more learnings than people, other people that I've attended 1. And it didn't really help me out that much.
You went to college?
Dropped out, tested different things, 1 quarter here, 1 quarter there, but it never suited me because the teachers were kind of losers. 2 teachers convinced me that school was shit. My first one was a communications teacher. Didn't know how to talk. So I was like, how's this person going to teach me communication? And then the second one was an international business professor that had never been overseas. So I'm like, how are you going to teach me how to become an international entrepreneur?
He's got a brother named Nathan Thies, who has also changed his name to Belmar for some reason. And that introduces a fun layer to this story. Nathan has a history in acting and modeling, which suggests the family has a connection to the entertainment industry, which doesn't exactly fit with the whole self-made billionaire thing either. His brother looks like that guy that Blake Lively hates. I mentioned the beginning of COVID earlier during a bit that I was doing. The beginning of COVID was massive for a lot of these entrepreneurs. As the pandemic gripped the world,
it has to come from the same virus to be in the same family. Viruses come in families.
Entrepreneurs like Luke Belmar capitalized massively off the crisis. E-commerce, those ventures became a mega potential for success. Before that, they were already doing very well, but people weren't allowed to leave their houses. So now they're drop shipping toilet paper and Band-Aids and hand sanitizer. Do a little edit,
free fries when you get vaccinated. I got vaccinated.
Luke, specifically like a genius, focused on products that people need during a time of heightened demand for those supplies, cleaning supplies, medical stuff, etc.
Product was these sanitizing tablets that you would utilize for like cleaning clothes. So you would put them in the dishwasher, you would put them in the washing machine or in the plate washer, and they would just clean your plates. I sold household products. Boring.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Why wouldn't I sell sanitation household products during
the virus?
Yeah. So I was like, I can't sell hand sanitizers and I can't sell masks, but people still need cleaning supplies and other cleaning for house.
Genius. What a great video. I really like that. Who the fuck is buying shit on Shopify though, for real? Like, who is buying shit outside of Amazon? I don't know. Weird. So yeah, it's genius though. Yeah, it's lucrative and it's genius. And it's ethically epic. He then claims to have transitioned into cryptocurrency investments. That's kind of what his thing is now, and he's had substantial profits from Bitcoin, which makes sense. If you've invested in Bitcoin at literally any point ever in your life, you've made a lot of money. It seems to have been an excellent investment up until this point.
So we did $16 million, dropped all the profits into crypto in 2020.
You took a risk on yourself.
It worked, bro, because life is all about calculated risk. Right. There is a factor of luck in everything that you do, but you can position yourself to get lucky or to increase your odds of success. So I was like, let me, instead of making more money in drop shipping or more money in e-commerce,
multiply what I already have,
and increase the time that I spend enjoying the things of life and less time working trying to figure out how am I going to make it.
I love him. He makes so much sense to me. He makes so much sense to me. He also invested in Ethereum in the 2020 crypto boom.
Did 8 figures, grabbed all the profits except $10,000, and in the COVID March crash, we put all of our money into crypto.
I remember that. I remember I think it was around $4,000, $5,000 Bitcoin.
No, I didn't buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin wasn't my main purchase. My main purchase was ETH.
Oh, really?
ETH was $100 bucks, something along.
Why ETH and why not Bitcoin? If you had made 8 figures, took the profits, and
because I just experienced the bull run that ETH absolutely took over.
Yeah.
Is any of this verifiable? No, I have no idea. When someone says they're really rich and that's like their whole thing, I just tend to not believe them. Then we've got the Capital Club, founded in 2019 and described as a decentralized entrepreneurial network.
I will build the largest decentralized entrepreneurial network in the world, known as Capital Club. My goal is to have 1 million entrepreneurs from all over the world, focused on creating, multiplying, and preserving wealth and opportunity for all the members.
You can get educational content, networking opportunities, and all of the above. And you can join the Capital Club, which has faced much criticism for its extremely high membership fees, which cost up to around $15,000 just to join. What the fuck?
Let's look deeper into Capital Club, Luke's private community founded in 2019, which in the past has cost up to $15,000 just to join.
I need a smaller chin. I need like a thinner chin. What's up with the alpha male guys having like a really small chin? They have like their chins are like back and small. I have a huge crimson chin. I have too much chin. Does anybody want any of my chin? Look at that. What the fuck? That's fucked up, dude. I'm Caleb Belmar. If you do want to give me money, though, you can go to sour.gg. I have a candy company that I make candy, like Willy Wonka, with Candyman, kind of. And we do a new flavor every single week, and it's really unique and awesome and cool. There isn't any other YouTuber merch that's as good as it. I'm willing to bet. All right, I'm willing to bet a lot. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. We're very proud of it, and it is still just candy. So if you don't like candy, don't eat it. If you're on a diet, don't eat it. If you're exercising, getting fucking jacked in the gym, it makes an excellent post-workout snack. A little fucking carbohydrate. All right, natural flavors, natural dyes. It's delicious. New flavors every single week. If you like sour shit, it's really good. It's made with love and care. We genuinely care about what we do and love it and care about it and love it. And it's still just candy though. Brush your teeth after you eat it. Anyways, go to sour.gg. I don't fucking know. I'm terrible at advertising. So yeah, it seems like the Capital Club is really expensive and there is a lack of substantial educational value found within the courses that are offered, especially if you just watch any of Luke Belmar's clips, which we've been interlacing against your will throughout this video. I'm sorry about that, by the way.
When was the last time you sat down with a blank piece of paper and just like brainstormed? Ever heard that? I got a problem at the top. Lit right out the problem. Give me 100 solutions for that problem. Oh, I don't know what chill the fuck. What is going to happen? Relax, G.
But he's just so wise. He's so wise. My personal favorite is this one.
2025, we're switching up a little bit how we utilize social media. If you follow my journey, you know, usually my ideas come in written format and they're found on Twitter.
If you follow my journey. Why did he say it like that? Dude, he makes me so mad. Anyways, got to study, bro. Watch this.
However, I've decided to start kind of utilizing this platform a little bit differently to express my ideas in a video format. Because it kind of gives me a little bit more room to expand on ideas.
Bro's wearing a robe. What a fucking idiot. I'm wearing a robe too. I'm wearing a robe because it's 11 degrees outside though. I'm just cold. I'm wearing a robe because I'm cold, not because I think it looks good. I'm just wearing a robe because I'm lazy. This guy is fucking awesome. My Judy. He's the Garth Brooks of Red Pill Scammers. Grifting Red Pill Scammers. He really is. It reminds me of that Garth Brooks video where he talks about breaking down the walls between us on Facebook.
Well, I guess it's official. We're now on Facebook. I really wasn't sure about this at the start. But then a friend of mine said something that just made all kinds of sense. She said, think of it more as a conversation. I like that. But I'm already finding out on my own. So it's wiping the walls out between you and me. And I really like that. Whoa. It allows us into each other's worlds, or I guess in my case, the hotel room.
It's so cringe. We have to connect. Me and Luke Belmar are connecting. He also disabled comments on this, which is mega embarrassing. Why would you disable comments on a video that you post? Why would you do that? Is it because Nobody likes you? Wow, all the comments are mean. I need to learn how to study, bro. This is actually, I feel bad for him a little bit. Now he's got $40 million. Fuck him. I don't care. It's the classic entrepreneurial thing. Every single guy who tries to get you to be like them sells some kind of high cost, low value course for some, well, it's to scam their audience, to give them an answer to their hopes and dreams. And it's all nonsense. None of these things work. The Capital Club will not make you rich. None of these things will make you rich. The only way to get rich off of any of these people is if they legitimately invite you to their inside circle of meme coin sniping scams, and then they just like, you become a crypto scammer with them. Not saying he's doing that, but like these type of people, that's what they do. There have been some comparisons drawn between the Capital Club and other multi-level marketing schemes.
Multi-level marketing is one form of direct selling and refers to a business model in which a company distributes products through a network of distributors who earn income from their own retail sales of the product and from retail sales made by the distributor's direct and indirect recruits.
Members of the Capital Club have reported that the content provided is primarily motivational in nature and lacks any kind of practical strategies for building a business.
Even that hasn't gotten the best rep from people inside, saying it's all just motivational content and nothing constructive that could actually help someone build a business or learn how to make money.
And if you try to find reviews of the Capital Club, it's all from Luke Belmar's own subreddit, where the users are just glazing mega big time how great it is. And if you dare say it's a scam, then you'll be ostracized and deleted. And there's plenty